The Rookie of the Year. Probably the most pointless accomplishment in the NBA great's career, yet one of the most talked about while they were nominee for it, and there is no difference this year. While others have hit a rookie wall at some point in the season and have stopped their campaign for being the best rookie of the 2018 season, such as Jason Tatum, Kyle Kuzma, and Lonzo Ball, there are two remaining in the dust of it all. Two players still going toe-to-toe, mano a mano, and that is Ben Simmons of the 76ers and Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz. Today we'll go over the case for both players and see who should get the award this year.
Please, Khaled, don't pair me or compare me, unless the said party is a rare breed. The stories I hear, they tend to mirror me. At this point now, rap is only therapy.
Before we get started, quick plug, check out the Dish Podcast, new episode coming out this week, and my mic isn't crappy anymore. The link will be in the description for that. Second, let's go ahead and start with Ben Simmons and get right into this video. Ben Simmons was a guy going into the season that people had as the clear-cut favorite to win Rookie of the Year, and 70 games in, he is still near the top of the ladder, and for most, he is at the top of the ladder. For a rookie, the guy is putting up ridiculous numbers. Heck, for a player in general, they are extremely impressive and are numbers most players will never achieve in their careers. We're talking about a guy scoring 16 points on 54% shooting, roughly 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block. One thing that really impresses me about Simmons is his IQ for a rookie, even as a redshirt. One thing that I always look at in a rookie or a second-year player is their shot selection. And I feel like rookies early on, even if they're a redshirt like Simmons, tend to try to do too much and shoot shots that aren't really in their game. But Simmons is far from that. Like, we're talking about LeBron level of shot IQ here, and that's ridiculous. This is a guy who knows he cannot shoot, and he knows it. He doesn't try to shoot 4 threes a game for the 6th straight year in a row when he has a career average of 31% like Russell Westbrook. Heck, even LeBron didn't fully grasp this concept until he came to Miami, as he was shooting around 4 threes a game on a 33% clip before he came over. Yet Simmons in his first year knows already how to perfectly use his strengths and weaknesses and has only shot a 3 in 9 games this year, and most of them were just full court heaves. And aside from Embiid being healthy this year, Ben Simmons has been a big part for the 76ers having their first playoff berth since 2012, as they'll most likely finish as a 5th or 6th seed, and trust me, no one wants to see the 76ers in the first round, even if their two best players are technically a rookie and a sophomore. Now, Donovan Mitchell. I'm not gonna lie, Donovan Mitchell has been one of my favorite players this year, period. Nonetheless, rookies. I don't think people get how impressive Donovan Mitchell has been this year when you put some context into his numbers and his performances. Let's just put everything into context, right? In the 2017 offseason, the Jazz lost their star player, a guy who led them to the playoffs for the first time in a long time, in Gordon Hayward, to the Boston Celtics. And they were decimated. Not many were expecting much from this team. Most people, to be honest, had them going back to the lottery. Added on top of this, their only star player left on the team, Rudy Gobert, missed 24 of their first 44 games, so the expectations for this team became even lower. Add on the season-ending injury of Thabo Sefolosha, who they began to start literally in the 5 games before his injury, and you got yourself one hell of a mess to deal with. But enter rookie Donovan Mitchell, who has been the best player on this team and is leading them to the 5th seed in the Western Conference as we speak. Now, his numbers aren't flashy, trust me, I know. 20 points on 44% shooting, roughly 3.5 assists and rebounds does not trump Ben Simmons statistically. I definitely get that. But you also have to consider their situation. Donovan Mitchell is the clear #1 scoring option, and to be frankly, the only real consistent offensive threat on the Jazz this year, especially since Rodney Hood got traded too. And for Donovan to have 28 games this season of scoring 24 plus points, 14 of those being 27 plus. For Donovan to have 6 to 8 game stretches averaging 27 points on 50% shooting is extremely impressive for any player given his situation, nonetheless a first year player in the league. Number 2, Donovan Mitchell is playing in the Western Conference. And for the Utah Jazz to be the 5th seed, being led by him as of the making of this video, heck, you know what, just to be in the playoff race regardless is extremely impressive when your best player is a rookie. And I don't think you guys understand how hard that is this year. Being in the Western Conference means you're facing teams like the Warriors, the Rockets, the Blazers, the Thunder, the Timberwolves, and the Spurs 3 to 4 times a year, or this year specifically. Meanwhile, in the East, to be frank, the only teams on the level of the teams I just mentioned are the Raptors, the Celtics, who have been injury riddled all year, and the Cavs, who are just as dysfunctional and as vulnerable as they've ever been. And for Donovan to be leading them to the 5th seed when the man wasn't even starting early in the season, while the other guy has been training in the NBA for over a year now and has easier circumstances, being in the weaker conference with less responsibility is just, I can't say it enough, man. It's extremely impressive. And that is the reason why he's in the conversation with Ben Simmons for the Rookie of the Year award. Now, if you ask me today who is having a better rookie campaign, I would go with Donovan Mitchell. Yep, Donovan Mitchell. Now, it's hard, right? It's hard. I'm definitely more of a stats guy. It's definitely hard because I see the numbers Ben Simmons is putting up, how they're some of the best numbers I've seen since Blake Griffin's rookie year. I see how his numbers compared to Mitchell and how they're more impressive all around, and the scoring isn't any slouch either compared to Mitchell's. I do see that as of the making of this video, the 76ers have won 38 games compared to Utah's 40 games, which is not that big of a gap. But if you ask me, who's having a more impressive campaign? Considering the context of both situations, I am far more impressed with what Donovan Mitchell is doing in Utah than what Ben Simmons is doing with the 76ers. Donovan Mitchell was a true rookie, thrusted into a position to fill the void that was lost with Gordon Hayward's departure, and on top of that had to deal with Rudy Gobert missing more than 20 plus games in the grueling Western Conference, and he's leading his team to the playoffs. And from the pace they're going at right now, they might finish as the actual 5th seed. While Ben Simmons is a redshirt rookie, is in the weaker conference, has an arguably top 10 player in the league in Joel Embiid, and a good supporting cast around him, yet have won less games than the Utah Jazz. Can we just remember for once that the number one goal in the game of basketball is to win the game? Is Donovan Mitchell going to be a better player than Ben Simmons? Is Donovan Mitchell even a better player than Simmons this year? No. There have been multiple MVPs and Rookie of the Years that have won their respective awards, but were not the best, in that specific category. Isaiah Thomas last year had a better season than Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry. Damian Lillard is having a better season than Stephen Curry and Kyrie Irving this year. But that doesn't mean that Dame and Isaiah Thomas are better players than Stephen Curry. Steve Nash won MVPs in both 2005 and 2006. And while I do believe he deserved those MVPs, he was not a better player than LeBron James or Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan. And that is the same case with this year's Rookie of the Year award. I am more impressed with Donovan Mitchell's season, and I believe he deserves the award over Ben Simmons. Look, don't get me wrong, right? I fully get the side for Ben Simmons, but can we stop, can we at least stop acting like bringing up Donovan Mitchell up in the race is some sort of insult to Ben Simmons? Because D-Mitch clearly has an argument for the award. But with that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Who is the Rookie of the Year this year? Ben Simmons or Donovan Mitchell? Also, the giveaway I was running for around a month ended around 4 days ago. I will be announcing the winner on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter. Once again, check the Dish podcast in the description down below. Also, it's going to be in the comment, probably going to be pinned. But with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I am out. Peace.